In the deep dark hills of eastern Kentucky,
this is my third stop in Appalachia, and today we're going to Jackson, the county seat of Breathitt County. With so many interesting places to visit in this region, I wanted to make sure to add Jackson to the list since it's the town where Vice President J.D. Vance's family roots come from. If you've ever read his book, Hillbilly Elegy, you heard a lot about Jackson. Sounds like an interesting place, so here we are, Jackson Town, Breathitt County, Eastern Kentucky. Hey guys, welcome to Jackson. This is the seat of Breathitt County. You're looking at the War Memorial. We've got the county library over there. We're down here in the center of town, and let me ask you all, what's notable about this place? I'll give you a hint. It has to do with our current vice president. Well, in his book, Hillbilly Elegy, he wrote at length about this town because he has a family lineage back to Jackson. And he wrote about spending time out at his grandma's house, out in the hills, out in the rural areas. He talked about the poverty out here, the hardship, the issues with addiction, and so on and so forth. And those are some badass cars. So I thought that while we're on our big tour of Appalachia, we'd make a special stop by Jackson just to take a look around this little town. There are just over 2,000 people living here, and just check it out. Get a real first-hand look of what it's really like. This is stop 3 on my Appalachian tour. Stop number 1 was Ashland. Stop number 2 was Sandy Hook. And here we are, Jackson, stop number 3. Unsurprisingly, in this region, no matter where you go, there are hills everywhere. Case in point, this one right here. I don't know if the video captures it, but that's one hell of a hill. Now this town used to just be referred to as Breathitt, but was eventually renamed Jackson, and it was named after Andrew Jackson. And this is an old town. I mean, we're talking not quite 200 years old. And I'm not sure how old every single building here is, but you can see that these have been here for quite a while. And I love walking through old towns like this, because in a way it really does feel like you're stepping back in time. I wonder what's going on with the police over here. Got a roadblock going on. I'll show you guys one of the coolest home interiors that I've ever seen. So you're walking down the street, you look through the window. They were going for a natural look, so they decorated this home with grass, and you would almost think you're outside. So you got some folks just hanging out over here. Curious what this place is. I'm gonna go see what's up. Let's go check out this car show. How you guys doing?
Pretty good.
Got a car show over there.
Yes, sir.
All right. That's why they're blocking the road. There's a car show going on over here. If we got any car lovers out there, you're gonna enjoy this. I've got to admit, I'm slightly ignorant when it comes to cars, but I can tell that these are pretty badass. How y'all doing? Is that your car?
Yeah.
Oh man, that's cool.
Yeah, it's been extra cool if we let the top down.
Wow. Is this like a regular thing y'all do, or like just like?
This is the first one they've had here at Jackson.
Really? Well, I picked the right day.
I think we're gonna start it like once a month.
Uh-huh.
Campton, we have one once a month. Fayetteville has one once a month.
Ah.
West Liberty has one, and Irvin has one. We've got some that go just about every weekend.
I was just passing through. I guess I picked the right day to come.
It don't cost nobody to sit and talk about somebody.
What year is this?
55.
Ah. They used to look a lot better than they do nowadays.
Well, I don't know now. The four-door cars now look good. I'd buy one now. But when I was growing up, four-door, they called them sleds. If they was on a car lot, you had to pull them to get them off. You couldn't sell them.
I think some of those new Dodges look good.
Yeah.
They look, but because they're kind of bringing back a little bit of the old school look. Let me check some of these out. Well, nice meeting y'all.
Yeah, nice meeting you.
I was just walking around, I saw this bridge, and you see the mountains in the background, and you got this river coming through. I mean, it's just, they've got an abundance of beautiful scenery around here. Everywhere you look. Check this out. There's a blast from the past. RC Cola, open 7 days a week. I bet they're not anymore. Guy driving off in that truck, he's an older guy. I'd say he's probably around 80. He just kept bumping into me all around town, and we'd stop and talk, and he was a really funny, good old guy. And he was telling me about this town and what used to be here. He said this used to be a parking lot, there, you know, that grocery was open, and just telling me all kinds of stuff about this place. He said he thinks that in a decade or so that this town may not even exist. I guess time will tell, but the population has been steadily decreasing. I'm gonna go take a look back here. This is just attracting me somehow. You can see up there it says drugs kill, Jesus saves. Drugs are a big issue down here. As we walk through this little tunnel, you come out the other side and look at that. I don't know if this video is going to do this justice, but this is, I mean, it's actually unbelievable. And see, there's some railroad tracks up there. You can see where they go across. And I don't know if you can see that tower back there, but that old guy I was talking to, he said that was a water tower where they would put water in the steam engine for the trains as they came through Breathitt. These hills around here ain't no joke. Look at that. That'll give San Francisco a run for its money. And we got the jailer over here. It would have been so wild to have seen this place in its heyday. If I can find some pictures online, I'll add those to the video so you guys can check it out. Because like a lot of these small towns nowadays, it's just basically the remnants of what it used to be. You know, places like this, as the coal industry started to go down, that just really wiped places like this out. We got Variety Pizza over there. That place is still open. And actually, I tried to get a room over there at Paul's Motel. It's the only place to stay in town, and they didn't have any rooms available. I looked online, and there aren't really any hotels anywhere even that close to here. I mean, you've got to go to an entirely different town to get a room. And some of those places, I mean, they're not that far, but they're also not that close. Yeah, there you go. Jackson, Breathitt County, established 1839. Back in its heyday, this would have been a real nice looking town, but things got a little wild and woolly out here. I mean, it actually earned the nickname Bloody Breathitt, and obviously it earned that name for a reason. There were some feuds with locals around here, and they often turned deadly. You can look into that. I'm not going to go into the whole history of it here. There are other videos about it. You can read about it online, but a lot of blood has been shed here in Breathitt. Honey, I'm home. Oh, and I just referenced Bloody Breathitt. As I was walking, I was passing this, the Hargis building. You can check this out. The Hargis building once housed the largest commercial establishment in eastern Kentucky. Famed feud leader Judge James H. Hargis was shot and killed by his son in this building on February 6, 1908, effectively ending the most violent era of feuding in Breathitt County. I told you guys I wasn't playing. Right here in this building. Shot and killed by his own son 117 years ago. Well, we've basically made a big loop right around Jacksontown. What we're gonna do is head down Court Street. We got this big ass hill. It's the same one I showed you earlier, but I want to walk down it because I see some homes down here. I just want to see what some of these homes that are basically right in the center of town look like. All right, so this is pretty much where it ends. We're down here on Elm Street. No, this is not where Nightmare on Elm Street was filmed, but you can see back there it's like a construction zone. So there's that hill, and these have got to be old homes, most of them. But these are right here in the center of town, and you can tell that there's good upkeep on them. I mean, you got this old-fashioned little swing hanging off the tree branch. The lawns are cut nicely. The houses are old, but they still look good. I've got to say, it's kind of a weird feeling knowing that not this town nor basically any of the towns around here have any accommodations where I could stay. I'm going to be driving about an hour and a half tonight to get to a place that's a pretty well developed city. I was just talking to a guy here. He's basically been here most of his life, and he was telling me that Townview place used to be a real busy department store. He said all of these on the second floor used to be apartments. Everything was full. There was hustle and bustle around here. Things were popping. People were everywhere. It was a vibrant little town. But basically, ever since the downfall of the coal industry, it's been steadily downhill for this town and a whole lot of others like it. And the sad thing is, I'm not confident that they're going to bounce back. And I've asked a few locals about it, and they don't seem too confident in it either. They said most of the people that used to be around here, well, obviously a lot of them got old and probably passed away, but a lot of them moved away as well. Oh, they got a little strip mall out here. I'm just gonna walk in and see what the deal is. Hey, hello. 你是中国人吗？是。啊，我经常去中国旅游。
Really? Where you go before?
哪儿都去过。哪儿都去过。
福建去过。
也去过。福州、厦门。
Really?
都去过。
哇，厦门、福州是我们的家乡。
是吗？
对对对。
Okay, over here, what do we have? Got a little Caesars, got a Mexican restaurant over there. All right, guys, I hope you all have enjoyed this tour of Jacksontown, Breathitt County, the Appalachia region of eastern Kentucky. I've certainly enjoyed it. It's been a fun experience. It's been very interesting. You know, when I look at these old buildings, I try to visualize what it looked like in its heyday. But I think we're pretty much going to wrap things up. I think I pretty much covered most of it. If I didn't, if there's something that I missed, perhaps you're a local or you're from here, let me know in the comment section below. Otherwise, thanks for tuning in. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe before you go. I've got a lot more videos on the way. I've got some big adventures coming this year. Hell, I'm in the midst of a big adventure right now. Stay tuned. We'll catch you soon, guys. Y'all come back now. You hear? I want to give an extra special thanks to all of my YouTube members and Patreon supporters for their help in keeping this channel financially sustainable. A huge thank you to all supporters from the $1 tier on up through the higher tiers. I want to give an extra special acknowledgement to my PCO tier members. And lastly, a huge shout out to my top tier supporters. Lee, Martin S., David is Da Wei, and 有爱心的外国人. Oh, and just so you know, you guys rock.
What do you look for beyond the sea, grasshopper?